Talon Strikes Studios would like to wish everyone happy holidays. As a gift to our current and potential customers, we have posted a free edition of our hit board game series Vinyl, wrapped in a holiday theme. Vinyl Holiday Edition is a 2 to 4 player card game where players are working together to decorate their Christmas trees with albums, fulfill a Christmas wish, and deliver 3 Christmas gifts. We will be demonstrating using the Tabletop Simulator mod, which is free. However, the print and play version is very similar in gameplay. Today, we will be playing a 3-player game. First, let's set up the album cards. We will remove any cards that have 4 trees on there, and keep the cards that do not have any trees and the cards that only have 3 trees. We'll set that up now. So we'll take the tokens off here, we will place this on here, and in Tabletop Simulator we will shuffle these cards up, and we will deal 5 to each player. Alright, and then after the players are dealt, we will pull 3 additional albums to make a draft row of 4 album cards. The unused albums will be placed over to the side and unused, and we will actually not use the green player, so we'll place it straight there. Next, we'll set up the Christmas bonus tokens. We have a default stack here that is always in play, but we will, since we're doing a 3-player game, and you can see that in the sense that we have 3 trees, we will add these tokens into this stack, numerically descending. The 4-player token here will be taken out of game. So let's pull apart this deck, and we will rebuild the deck in numerical order. So we have the 4 here, we have the, let's see what's next, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We are now done with that portion. All right, last but not least, we will look at the Christmas wish cards. Each of the Christmas wish cards have either 2, 3, or 4 trees located in the lower right-hand corner. We will, since we're playing with 3-player game, we will discard out of game the 4 and the 2 tree version. So we'll put that up here, and we will place this here as well. All right, we are now set to play the game. Let's flip this over, shuffle this up, and deal 1 to all the players. And then this is no longer, the remaining is no longer needed, so we'll set that aside. So, in Vinyl Holiday Edition, you'll be working to construct 2 trees on your left and right side of your seated position out of albums. The trees will, at the end of the game, will have 12 albums apiece. To do that, we have a hand of album cards that will be playing to either the left tree or the right tree. Your opponents will also be doing the same thing, playing to the left and right. Okay, so in this particular situation, white will be playing to the right of blue, and blue will just pay to the right of it. So we're going to ignore this green section up here, just for demonstration purposes. All right, so on my turn, I can choose either tree to play with, but once I've selected a tree and played an album, I will move this large tree ball, Christmas ball, over to that side to signify that I've played to that location. And then I cannot play there again the following turn. Since the Christmas ball starts in the center area, this scoring area, which I'll cover later on, is also currently occupied and I can't play there. All right, so let's look at our hand. So in our hand, you'll see that every album card will have a genre, of which there's 3. Classical, traditional, and contemporary. They'll have 4 decades, 40s, 50s, and 60s. And then depending on the number of players playing, you can have anywhere between 3, 4, or 5 Christmas spirit involved. Okay, so in this particular case, we are looking at 4 Christmas spirits. We see the star, the peace, and the heart, and the hope candle. So those are our albums, and I get to choose which ones do I want to play into which tree. Now, one of the decisions I should be looking at as I'm doing that is I can look at my Christmas wish card. So let me zoom this up a bit. I'm going to put this on the table so we can see it. The Christmas Wish card basically is scored at the end of the game. You're going to choose one of the two trees that you have been playing to, either the left or the right. And then you're going to signify, you're going to choose which tree you like to score, and you're going to choose that based on the number of matching icons on each of the albums in their respective positions, regardless of ownership. So in this particular case, you're actually going to be sharing this tree and its icons accordingly. So whatever you do is going to help your opponent fulfill their Christmas wish. Whatever they do is going to help you fulfill your Christmas wish. Okay, so looking at my card here, I know I'm trying to get 40s up on the top. So maybe we can use that as a guide. So that's one way of scoring. And if you look here, the more matching icons I have, the more points I'm going to get to something as high as 12, which is going to earn me 42 points, which is a significant number of points. So that's one way of scoring in the game. The other way of scoring in the game is on the bottom of each of these album cards, you'll see that there is a gift tag. The gift tag is basically indicative of a reward that you're going to earn if you can play albums with those attributes on them. So in this particular case, I want to have 3 albums with the gift box icon on them, and as well as one album with the 70s. And keep in mind, you can actually have one album cover for both of them. And also note that the album that is used can be used for fulfilling other gifts. And at most, you're going to have 3 gift cards played in front of you, and I'll get to how that goes at the end. So that's another way to score points. I may want to set myself up for that potentially. So let's take a look at what we have here. Well, I know I need from my card, I need 40s, and I don't currently have 40s. So we're going to hold off on that. However, I do see that I need, and this particular card, I need 70s and bells, and I actually have a lot of bells and I have a lot of 70s. So I'm going to basically tip this card so I know I'm going to eventually play that as a scoring opportunity at the end of the game. So we'll get that in a second. But to start to work towards that, I'm going to come out of the gate and I'm going to play to this right hand tree, and I'm going to play this 70s card. So I'm playing that for a couple reasons. One is it starts the tree off, and that's really, I only have 2 options, so I have to at least kick off something. But 2, I'm actually going to set myself up with this great scoring card, because now I have 2 of the 4 requirements to score this at the end of the game. Now, for the first album that's placed on the tree, you actually get to place a light token on it. Now, the light tokens come in 4 colors, and they are rewarded specifically based on the number of matches or other conditions. In this particular case, by matches. So, if you match at least 1 attributes with a previously played album, you'll earn 1 point or 1 match. You'll earn 3 points for 2 matches with the green light. 6 points for 3 matches, and then the big one, which is 10 points for 4 matches. These same light icons are also used for other scoring opportunities. I'll get to that in just a moment. But in this particular case, as a reward for being the first album in a tree, I earn 1 point, and I place that on my album. Now, I am done with my play, and since I played to the trees, I get to refill my hand back up. Now again, I can select from any 4 of those particular albums. So I'm going to take a look at them, and I'm probably going to stay with something that's going to help me in my next turn, which unfortunately I can't get 40s yet. But I can actually continue working on the 70s, or better yet, I could see that this card here is actually lining up great because it's also in conjunction with 70s. And remember, the albums I played can score across multiple gifts. So I'm actually going to add this to my hand. This is a good card. Okay, and we'll do that. Now, if I would have selected one of these other cards up here, which I completely can, I would actually go through and incentivize each of the albums that I skipped to go get that album. Okay, and then those points are will stack up as more and more albums are skipped, the more times the album is skipped. And then whoever takes the album will be able to take those light tokens that are on there. So you're sort of helping the other player, but you're also trying to improve your choices as you progress. With the album, with the hand refilled, we will shift these cards down, and we will basically end our turn here. All right, so now we're going to do player 2's turn. Now, I've gone through and actually turned off the hiding capability so I can play the hands, and it'll make it a little bit easier. So let me switch over and do player two's perspective here. So let's switch on over, and let's zoom on in. Okie dokie. So player two. So they're looking for, same sort of deal, they're looking for 40s up on top. Their cards have the following symbols. So we have the star and the candy cane. We have, let's see, 360s and a peace symbol. I think I'm going to go with this card here as my scoring card eventually. So I'm actually going to play this card. And I'm going to play this card. I can either play here, but since we're playing a 3-player game, I could also play up here. So I'm actually going to put it up here instead. Okay? And since that is the first play there, I also mark that with a 1-pointer. And then I'm going to draw back up. Since I know I'm going for stars and candy canes, and I already put a star out there, I probably want to get a candy cane. But I also need a 40s for this Christmas wish, and it's not happening. So let's do this. I'm actually going to go after this particular candy cane, because actually its scoring opportunity also is candy cane 70s. I am planning to do some candy cane work here, but yeah, actually we'll go with that. We'll add that to my hand. Okay, we'll do that. And I play to this tree. Okay, so again, since we're skipping over the green player, we're just going to play directly to that tree. So that is the end of that turn. We shall fill this up, and we will go through and incentivize this particular card. Okay. All right, so we are done. And actually, if I recall, I actually did incentivize it already, so let me unincentivize it. That's what happens when you're trying to hot seat this. And let's go on to player 3's turn. Okie dokie. So now player 3 looks and they're like, oh, geez, both of the top spots are taken. But actually, maybe that's not too bad. Now, the player 3 looks at their card and they could see, ooh, the Christmas wish is almost done. So the white player actually gave them a Christmas wish. It's basically gave them a point unknowingly. So this star actually meets one of the criteria. So now the notion is the blue player is like, oh, with that in play, let me go and actually start to build off of this this tree with this card here. So the blue player will go and put that card there. Now, interesting enough, the notion is that in actuality, this card is actually not the best card. Now that I'm looking at it, let's bring that back. This card is a better card, because if I played with the first card here that I chose, it would have only been one match, and that's it. And that would have only been one red. However, because I changed my mind here and I actually put this card instead, I get the match for the star and the match for the Christmas gift too. So I'm going to mark that card with that. I'm going to take a green token, which is now 3 points. And I'm well on my way here for building my Christmas wish, because I now have satisfied 2 conditions. I'm currently sitting on 2 points. Okay. Now let's continue with this maneuver here. We're going to look to see what my options are, and I see right away that I have the 60s cooking here, and that's pretty good here. Up here, this is just straight up hope. I'm not working too hard on that one. This is a Christmas gift and love. I am planning to play another Christmas gift, so maybe that would work, but we'll go with this one. I'll hold on to this. So I'm going to take this 1-pointer, put off to the side. I am going to incentivize this because I did skip over that one. And I'm going to add this one into my hand. And that's it for the blue player's turn. Let's switch back to the red player's turn. All right, so now we have all this action going on here, and this spot open up here. Now, again, I am still trying to look for 40s, and unfortunately, I do not see... Oh, 40s just popped up. And unfortunately, I can't play here. Well, and maybe if I go play here, maybe the player, if I let the other player, they may actually put down a 40s. I just don't know. let's do this. Let's actually just play regardless. So we know we're not going to get that 40s opportunity, but who knows what's going to come up next. Now, what I may do is I may try to set up the player. So if I actually put this star out or these hearts out, they may actually play that next turn. So let me see if I can bait the player into playing something I want them to play. Now, keep in mind, I'm still trying to go after this card here that I tapped over. This is the scoring card that I'm seeking, so I want to get 70s out there. So I'm actually going to play this Christmas gift here, or this album, and I'm going to place that there. And since it's the first one there, I get to put a 1-pointer on there. And then I'm going to draw back up, and unfortunately, I cannot, since I've lost the 40s, I'm okay with that. And I do have a heart, and I do have a star. And I'm looking for another gift. So I'm actually going to take this card here and take the points that are on it, add it to my hand, and shift these down here. All right. Well, not too bad. I mean, not the greatest of turns, but it's not too bad. All right. And then red player's done. All right, let's take a look at white player. So white player's looking, and again, they don't not have their 40s for their Christmas wish. So that's unfortunate. But you know, they look and they're like, okay, I can play to my scoring area, which they are planning to work on. But now this card actually popped up, and they see that there's some good opportunities there with that. They can match at least one of the cards. Although if they play this card, they'll match two. So I think that's probably going to be the best bet. And if I'm working toward this candy cane, at least I get that out. So let's get that out there. So we'll put that out there. We will put that there. And because we match both the heart and the 70s, we actually earn 3 points from that particular album. We'll place that there, and we'll bring back my large Christmas tree ball. And we're pretty much done. So now let's replenish our hand. We look at what's out there. Again, there's the 40s, but I don't care about the 40s anymore. But we could set up for a future turn. And we are going to set up for the, let's see here. I do need dove. The dove is needed. I got a bunch of them. We will actually take this card here and see if I can keep the matches going with the gifts. And we will incentivize this card. Bring this down, and switch on over. And we'll end that turn. Get back to blue. All right, so blue is already played to the right-hand tree, so now they can either play to the left-hand tree or dead center. Now, when they look at their hand, they're looking and saying, if I can continue the success with the matches and get another candy cane over here, there is a chance that I can actually continue increasing my score there. So they're actually thinking about potentially actually playing to the center. They look at their hands and they're like, which one should I play? And this Christmas tree one is, or this gift basket one is probably the closest for them. Although the Star David is actually, or the 60s here would also work, but they want that candy cane over there. So they're actually going to play a scoring card. Now it's a little bit of a gamble. They're going to have to work at it, but they do have some gifts in here, and they do have some hearts, so those are most likely going to get played. So they're actually going to play a scoring card, and they're going to put this in the center. Now, when they play a scoring card, basically it unlocks the trees again so that they could play to either tree the next turn. But more importantly, they're declaring that they are actually going to get that gift delivered by the end of the game. Okay. To also bonus or give the player the bonus, they're going to take the top token off the Christmas bonus stack and also place that in front of them. So if the player is able to finish this particular, or actually complete this gift at the end of the game, they'll earn, not only do they earn the gift bonus, which is they'll get 10 points because they complete the tag, but they'll earn an additional 12 more points because of this token. Now, these tokens are going to decrease in value as the game progresses. So you don't want to wait too long from taking a Christmas bonus. So with that, whenever a player plays to the scoring area, they do not draw back up. In fact, their hand size is dictated by the cards in their hand plus the cards in front of them. So that's one of the disadvantages of actually playing early. But again, if you can get those extra points, that's actually a good thing. All right, so that ends blue's turn. Let's go over to red's turn. All right, so red's on a mission here. So again, they are not doing too hot for their Christmas bonus. They do have this card here. They just saw the scoring card pop off, and are wondering if White's going to go do the same thing. So with the seal broken, Red's going to actually do and follow in suit and actually play this card out of hand to get this 11-point card. And they are actually much closer than the took too many tokens. They're actually much closer than the blue player. So they're pretty confident they'll definitely get these 11 points by the end of the game. Again, they do not draw back up, and Red's turn is now over. Okay, so it's been some time, and the game is finally over. You'll see that we have 3 complete trees, and every player has 3 gift cards in front of them. So pretty much now we go through and count points. First and foremost, we'll go through and collect up all the tokens for the light tokens for the red player. So let's zoom in just a 10. And let's go and just grab light. So wherever I see a red token, I will grab a light accordingly. Red. Let's see, any more over here? One more. Can't forget about that. Okay, and actually while we're here, we'll grab the greens so I can be done with that portion. Okay, there we go. One more here for that one, and nice one over here. All right, let's head over to the other tree. Again, anywhere we see red, boom, 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 boom. Oh, that's blue. Red. Oh, that one. And this one. And then we'll grab the blue tokens. 1, 2. Done. 3, 4, 5. All right, perfect. All right, so what we'll do here is, so now that's pretty much set. Now, what we could do now is, now the tokens are off, let's evaluate to see if we completed the gifts. Let's check the, for between both trees, I am looking for at least 2 albums that I own, or that I played, with the candle and with the 60s. So let's take a look. I see, no. There's a candle right there, so we know we have that one. And we are looking for 60s. There's a 60s there, so we know we at least have half of it. Let's go take a look at the other tree and see what I have there. There's the candle 60, so we definitely scored this one. So as a reward, we get additional 10 points, plus this token becomes ours. Let's check the same thing with the hearts. And so we need 3 hearts and a gift. So we're looking at my tokens here, 3 hearts and a gift. 3 hearts and a gift. So I'm not seeing any 3 hearts or a gift over here that I played. Let's take a look at the other one. There's the gift, there's the heart, there's another heart, and there's the last heart. So that one actually did work out in our favor as well. All right, last but not least, let's check the 70s and the bells. So there's 70s, bells. And do I see those 70s here? No, let's go check the other one. 70s. So we actually got all of them. So pretty much we were able to fill all the gifts, which means we get all these tokens. Okay, and pretty much that's it for scoring, except for let's score the last card, which is the wish. Now, what I could do is I'm going to see which tree is better for that. So let's take a look over here. So I have a no match there, no match, nothing. This tree's turning out to be bad. No. Oh, 1. So there's 1 match here. So this would be a 1-point tree if I go that side. Let's check the other tree. We're over here. Okay. No. Yes. No. Yes. That's 3 yeses. 4 yeses. No. 5 yeses. So 5 yeses. So we'll go with this tree. So that'd be 11 points. So this is an 11-point card. So I can just, if I want to, I'll just put this here just to keep make me remember. All right, perfect. So now what I'll do is, at least in Tabletop Simulator, I can go through and grab all these tokens and essentially group them up, and then I could just do a simple multiply. So let's just do that. We will grab, well, I'll take that card out of the way. That'll be helpful. And move these coins out of the way. And we'll also grab these 1 singles here. And let's group select them and group them up. Perfect. All right, so now I know that the red player actually has a score of 11. 4 is 15, 24. This is 3 is 27, plus 24. So 27, 24 is 51. 80 points, 51, that's 131, and 142 points. So the red player scored 142 points. So that's how scoring works in Vinyl Holiday. And the white player would be doing the same thing. In this case, really quickly from the white player's perspective, they did not play the scoring token on this card here, so there's no additional bonus. But I can assure you that the white player did satisfy all 3 cards that wound up pulling out at the last moment. And again, these tokens here were acquired from some incentivization. And then if we take a look quickly at the blue player, same thing. Blue player was able to get all 3 of these and actually has some nice 10-pointers from previous play. So anyhow, that's how you score Vinyl. Whoever has the most points wins the game. We hope that you have a excellent and very peaceful holiday season, and we look forward to seeing you in 2021. Bye-bye.